Welcome back friends, 6th class, second chapter, factors and multiples. In this video lecture, we are going to cover the remaining points that I left in the previous video. So students, get ready to learn something new. So let's get started. So the points is twin primes. What do you mean by twin primes? Okay, see, two consecutive odd prime numbers are known as twin primes. Once again, two consecutive odd prime numbers are known as twin primes. Let us figure out with the help of examples. Okay, this is 3, 5, 11, 13, 17, 19, 29, 31. Now have a look. So all these pair of twin primes, these are all these pair of prime numbers. So have a look, 3, 5. In 3, 5, these are the odd prime numbers, and in between these two numbers there is one gap. Every pairs having only one gap in between two primes, one gap in between two primes. So all these pairs are consecutive odd prime numbers. So 3, 5 is the consecutive odd prime numbers, 11, 13 are the consecutive odd primes, 17, 19 are the consecutive odd prime numbers. So this is the examples of twin prime numbers. Okay, now see next, prime triplet. What do you mean by prime triplet? Yes, set of three consecutive prime numbers differing by 2 is known as prime triplet. See with the help of example, 3, 5 and 7. Look at closely, 3, 5, 7. Once again students, prime triplet, the set of three consecutive prime numbers differing by 2, that means they differ by 2, is called prime triplet. See example, 3, 5 and 7 is the only prime triplet. Why? Because every two consecutive numbers 3 and 5, they differs by 2. That means the difference between every two consecutive numbers 2. The difference between every two consecutive numbers 2. 7 minus 5 becomes 2. 3 minus 5 minus 3 becomes 2. So this is why this is the only set of three consecutive prime numbers, and this is called prime triplet. Okay, now move the next point, co-primes. See, what about the co-primes? Yes, two numbers having no common factor other than 1. I repeat, two numbers having no common factor other than 1. That means two numbers having one common factor as 1. Okay, see, suppose examples 2 and 5, 3, 7, 5, 7, 9, 10, 4, 5, etc. So these are all co-primes. Why? To look at 2 and 5, they have both the common factor as 1, no other common factor than 1. Okay, so 3 and 5 having common factor as 1, 5 and 7 having common factor 1. That means the HCF of 2 and 5 is 1, HCF of 3 and 7 is 1, also the HCF of 9 and 10 is 1. So this is why all the examples of co-prime. Okay, now next some important points. Two prime numbers are always co-primes. I repeat once again, two prime numbers are always co-prime. Let us figure out with the help of examples. Suppose these are the list of prime numbers, okay, and so on. Look at, two prime numbers are always co-prime. Why? Because they have only one common factor as 1. That means the HCF of 2 and 3 is 1. This is why 2 and 3 are co-primes. Similarly, 3 and 5 are also co-primes. Similarly, 5 and 7 are also co-primes. That means we can say two prime numbers are always co-primes. Now, but two co-primes need not be primes. Let us see with the help of example. Suppose 9 and 10 are both co-primes. Why? Because the HCF of 9 and 10 is 1. Okay, but 9 and 10 are not primes, are not prime numbers. Okay, I hope you will get the points. Now next, the next point is very interesting, and the point is perfect number. What is perfect number? In the perfect number, there are many questions which are unsolved in the number theory or in mathematics. The first question is, are there infinitely perfect numbers? And the second question is, are there odd perfect numbers? So let us see. First, we have to see what about the perfect numbers. What does mean by perfect numbers? Now see, the definition of perfect number: sum of all factors of a number is twice the number. I repeat, sum of all factors of a number is twice the number. Then the number is called perfect number. So this is the first definition. Or either we can say sum of all factors of a number except the number is equals to the number. So that number is called perfect number. Now let us see first example. 6. 6 is the perfect number. Now check. First find the factors. Yes, factors of 6 is 1, 2, 3 and 6. If you remember about the factors, factors means the numbers which are divisor of the numbers, means the divisors are known as the factors of that number. That means 1 can divide 6, 2 can divide 6, 3 can divide 6 and 6 can divide 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 are the factors. 1, 2, 3 and 6 are the factors of 6. Now take the sum all numbers. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 6. This becomes 12, and 12 can be written as 2 multiplied by 6. That means sum of all factors of a number is twice a number. The number is twice the number. So this number 6 is known as perfect number. So next example. What about 28? Yes. Now the factors of 28. Now factors of 28 is 1, 2, 1, 2, 7, 14. See the next example, 28. The factors of 28, 1, 2, 4, 7, 14 and 20. Now sum all the factors. 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 7 plus 14 plus 28. If you add all the numbers, that becomes 56, and 56 can be written 2 multiplied by 28. And please have a look. So sum of all factors of a number is twice the number. So we can say 28 is the perfect number. Or either we can say the another definition, sum of all factors. Let's see, sum of all factors of 6 except the 6 is equal to the number, as 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equal to 6. Sum of all factors of 6 except the 6 becomes the number itself. Then this number is also known as the perfect number. Okay, similarly we can define about 28, and there are another examples of perfect numbers: 496 and 8128 and 3 crores 35 lakhs 50,336 and so on. These are the examples of perfect numbers. So guys, that's all about. We will see in the next video for the next point and to continue a little bit about perfect numbers. So have a nice day. I hope you stay home and study. Thank you very much.